Hello friends, today in this tutorial we will be building a session-based login system inside PHP and MySQL. So session, as you all know, it's a technique to store user information inside the browser. So it will be a login and registration system, guys. We will be doing it inside PHP and MySQL database. So for this you need to install this Apache control panel, which is exam control panel. So simply just type here exam control panel and simply download this software inside your system. This is a cross-platform software. It is available for Windows, Mac and Linux. So it is available in all the machines. So simply download this software. After you install this software, guys, you just need to go to your basically the C drive and go to the exam directory and simply go to the htdocs directory, and here you need to make a folder here which will be called as make directory, which is login system. cd into this and open this inside your Visual Studio Code text editor, and basically guys just allow this, and here you just need to first of all make a header.php file, guys, and index.php file as well. So inside the header.php, guys, we will be including the Bootstrap for our application. So for building this we will also be using some Bootstrap. So simply go to Google and simply include the Bootstrap CDN. So just type here Bootstrap CDN and simply go to w3schools.com and simply include the CDN for Bootstrap. I have written a complete blog post on my tutorial website, guys. So this is the blog post that I have written here. So if you want to follow along with it, you can get the full source code here. So it is given in the live chat. Basically, I have pinned this message in the live chat so you can get the source code. So right here, guys, basically inside this blog post, the very first thing we will do is that we will write the header.php file. So header.php file is very easy, guys. Let me show you in what we will be doing inside this file. So inside header.php, guys, basically just you will need a simple title, that is session based login and register system in PHP and MySQL. So after this, guys, we also need to include the Bootstrap CDN. So simply copy this Bootstrap CDN. After the title, you need to paste this CDN. So paste the CDN here. So that's it. After that, guys, we also need the font awesome icons CDN. So simply after this, also paste the font awesome CDN like this. So after this, guys, we will target our body, which is here we will be targeting the body. So we need to give some styling to it, to this body element, which is these are all Bootstrap classes. So we will be giving a background color which will be of BG stands for background, and we will change the background color to secondary, and the text will be in the dark color. So these are all Bootstrap classes. And also, guys, we will be giving a style attribute which will be equal to dash dash bs dash bg, and opacity will be equal to uh, zero point 0.5, so 0.5, that's it. So this is your header.php files, guys. So now inside our index.php file we need to include this file. So we can simply include this file right here. We can say include once header.php. So just include this file, guys, like this. So if you try to open this file inside the browser, guys, which is now localhost slash login system p. So now you can see the color will be changed here. The background color is successfully changed, and also the text color will also be changed. So these are all coming through Bootstrap. So this header.php file is over, guys. So after this we need to create this index.php after we include this header.php. Let me just copy this code here, right here. So first of all, hit the like button, guys, subscribe the channel as well. So basically after that you include this file, guys, we will have a h2 tag. Basically we will be giving here the heading, which is login system with PHP session. So we will be giving a class to it of text center and margin bottom to 3, margin from the top. So if you refresh it, you will now see a heading here, login system with PHP session, and then we will have a simple horizontal line basically. So after this, guys, we will have a container class of Bootstrap. So just rename this to index.html, guys, so that I can get the formatting correctly. Then later on I will rename it to index.php. So as you can see here, just to rename. Inside this container class, guys, we will have a row class, and then we will have a column class, and then we will have a card class, and also it will be in the center position, div card header. H3 we will have a card title class, and this will be saying as login. So there will be a simple login here. After this is complete, guys, we will have a card body class. Inside this we will have a href tag. Basically this will go to login.php, and here we will have a simple paragraph, and basically here we will be giving a paragraph a class which is called as card text. It will be also be having a text muted class. So if you refresh it inside the browser, you will now see this is the login with PHP session. So then we will have these buttons out there, guys, this paragraph and the sign in button. So simply include this. So we have login.php. If you click this link here, you will be able to go to, if you click this sign in page, you will be able to go to login.php. We will haven't created this file yet. After this, guys, after this is over right here, basically this div is over. Now we will have another column class. This time again, these will have these classes: card center, card header, h3 card title, and this time this will be for register. So there will be two sections out there. First is for the login and second is for the register column. And this is our div section. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we again need to write the card body class. So right here, simply include this, and we just need to rename this to index.php file, guys. So just rename this to PHP. So if you refresh it, now you will have two forms out there. First is for login and second is for register. You will now see this is, if you click the sign in page, you will be redirected to login. And if you click the register page, we haven't created yet this register.php file. So we need to create this. So right here, this div class is over. Let me paste all this code here. So this is the home page, guys. Basically, when you open the page here, you will have two sections. Either you can go to login or register. These are the two sections out there, which is there for you. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask in the comment section. If you open the page, you will now see this is login and register. You will now see login, register, and this is sign in and this is sign up. So you can now see these are the two sections out there, sign in and sign up. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to create our login.php class and also our register.php class. So this class is currently empty, guys. So right here we need to go to our PHP MyAdmin and we need to create a new database here. Basically, this database will be responsible for click on new, create a new database, brand new database, which will be session login, or we can say session underscore system, and click on the create option. So this will create this database for you. And inside this, guys, we need to create a table. Basically, if you follow the blog post, you will now see the table will be right here. You can go to the description of this blog post and simply you can paste this SQL query inside your right here. Simply paste it. So it will have the ID, which is a primary key with auto incremented. Then we have username, email address, password, and primary key is the ID. Simply click on go and this will create your table. So if you see the structure of your table, users table will be there and it will contain four fields out there: ID, username, email, and password. So these are the four fields out there which is there inside this. So uh, you can see that. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. I see people are not liking the stream, so please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. Let me see why people haven't joined it for this live stream. I think YouTube is the culprit here. They don't send the notification and it is so disappointed to see that. Please hit that like button, guys, subscribe the channel. This is a session based login system inside PHP and MySQL. So hit that like button. PHP and MySQL. So hit that like button, guys. Subscribe the channel as well. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe the channel as well. So now our table is created, guys. So now we just need to create the connection between the PHP script and the MySQL database. So right here we will make this file which is called as connection.php, and right here you just need to write the code here for the connection. This is very easy. We will make the connection localhost, sorry, host will be equal to localhost, username will be equal to root, and password is empty, and database is session system. Put a semicolon every statement at the end. So basically now we can get the connection, guys. So we can create a connection. So MySQL, pass this information. So database. So we can now check the connection here. Basically, if the connection has any sort of error, in that case we can die and say cannot connect to database. So four people are watching the stream, guys. So we are building a session-based login system. So we have written the connection code for connecting to the database, localhost root. This is a database name session system. So if the connection is not available, then we will simply cannot connect to database. That's it. So you can go to the blog post, guys. So here we have given all the source code. This is MySQL connect. This is a method. MySQL connect. Sorry, this is a method we will use, guys. MySQL connect. It's an object-oriented way of connecting to the database. So this script is also done, which is connection.php. So now we will first of all create the user. So right here, basically, we will insert the users. So inside your register.php, guys, we will First of all, create a simple form. So inside register.php guys, this will be a simple bootstrap form which we will create here. Basically just go to your register.php which is currently empty. So right here just you need to make a div which will have a class of container, column 4, and we will give it a border rounded bg light. These are all bootstrap classes guys, so make sure. Bg light, and also margin from the top 5. And also we will be giving a style attribute to it. bspg opacity will be equal to 0.5, I think. Yeah, 0.5. So these are all bootstrap classes guys. So right here basically we will have a h1 tag. So inside the h1 tag we'll simply say sign up. So if you just reload your application guys, go to your home page, there will be two sections out there. If you click the sign up, you will be redirected to this page here which is saying here sign up. So also inside index.php guys, so wherever you are including this, so right here, I think we need to include this file guys at the very top. Include header.php to get the styling. So just do this. Now you will get your bootstrap styling as well. You can now see sign up form. This is, so inside this guys, we will have a simple, it will be in the center position, so we will be give it a class which is text center, and inside this we will have a href tag here. Then we will have a simple form. Action will be nothing, method will be post, and just close this form. And right here guys we will be having a div which will have a class which is margin bottom 3. So inside this div guys we will have a simple label, and we will be giving a for attribute to it. So here we will write the name and we will be giving a class to it of form label. So these are all bootstrap classes. So this will be for username guys, and then we will have a simple input field type text, and class will be equal to form control, name will be equal to name, and simply the placeholder will be equal to enter username. So if you refresh it guys, now you will see an input field out there which will be for username. You can now see. So this is the bootstrap field guys, you will now see. And autocomplete we will set it to off. Autocomplete is off. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well guys, and it should be required for validation. And similarly guys, we will do it for the other fields as well. We will have another div tag mb3 margin bottom 3. Inside this we will again have a simple label here. Basically this label will be for this time email address, and class we will once again give it a form label. This will be for email address, and then we will have a input type this time of email address. Class will be again form control, name will be email, and the placeholder will be simply enter email, and autocomplete will be simply set to off, and it should be required. So if you now refresh it guys, you will now see a second field out there for email address. This is username, this is email address. Please hit that like button. 10 people are watching the stream. I am seeing people are not liking the stream. Then we will be having a next field guys which will be for the full name, I think. So close this div, close this div, and next field is for, I think, is for the password. So you will also need a password guys. So label for password, and class will be of form label. This will be for password. Close the label, and this time input type password. Class will be of form control. Name will be of password, and placeholder we will say enter your password, and autocomplete will be set to off, and this will be required as well. So if you now refresh it, guys, there will be a password field as well. You will now see this is a password field. Let me disable this, guys. So we have these three fields out there, guys. Now we will have to have a button basically to submit this form. So basically to submit this form, so this is very easy. We can even add this small tag as well, guys, after this input field. So whenever you do this, after this you can add this small, your email is safe with us if you refresh it. So this is a small tag. You can see that your email is safe with us. And similarly, you can add this, your do not share your password. Just after this input field out there, simply paste it. So we have given this class text muted. This is a Bootstrap class. So do not share your password. Then we will have a simple button out there, guys, which will let you submit the form. So after this, we will have a div which will have a class of margin bottom 3, and just close the div here, and right here, guys, we will have a input type will be of submit, and name will be of sign up, and the value will be simply of register. So here it will let you register it. So input type submit, and this will be having a bootstrap class, guys, which will be of btn primary. So these are the bootstrap classes for the button. Just refresh it. You will now see register is there. So this is your registration form, guys. So if you put these values here, and we need to now insert these values inside the database that we created. So if you see, go to PHP MyAdmin, we have created this database which is called as session system. Inside this, we have this table which is currently empty right here. We need to insert the values. For inserting the values, guys, it's very easy. We need to write the PHP script, guys, for this. So just write here, go to your if blog post which is given in the description of this live stream, guys. So after doing this, inserting the users, so this is the code required for this, guys, inside your register.php. So simply I will write this step by step. So go to your register.php, and the add right here at the very top, after you include this header.php, we will write some more PHP code here. So please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well, guys. So just put the PHP tag here, and basically, guys, we will be writing we will having a if condition. So here we will be checking that if is set, and here we will check that basically if the form is making a post request, sign up. So closely notice, guys, we are making a post request inside this form. The method is post here, and this button that we have given is name attribute, which is called as sign up. So we are just checking in the PHP script that if this name is set, if the name is set inside this if condition, it will return true. So we will execute this application. So we will get the name here by simply $.post the name attribute, which is we have given to the username, which is name. Similarly, the email address, we will get the email as well like this. We can get the email as well like this. And also we can get the password like this, $post password. So these all are getting the name attributes you have given in the HTML, guys. You can see name, this is email, and this is password. So these are all the name attributes. So after getting all these three things, guys, name, email, and password, we need to insert this inside the query, insert to MySQL database. So Now to insert this, we will simply write a SQL query, which is we will write SQL. So we will say insert into the table name, which is in this case is users. So here we will say the column name is username, email, password. So these are the column names, guys, basically. And then we need to provide the values which needs to be inserted. So the values will be simply coming here like this. The values are the name variable which we have created, the email variable, and the password variable. That's it. So this is the values, guys. You can now see. So we need to make sure it is inside single quotes. So what we can say is that in single quotes, uh, just write this query like this. So just copy this and basically paste it here. In single quotes, you will see we are passing the variables, guys, name, email, and password. You will now see in single quotes. Now we need to insert this, so we will execute this query, which is by the method which is called as MySQL query, and here we will pass the first of all the connection object and the query. For passing the connection object, guys, we also need to include the connection file, which is you can include this inside header.php right here at the very top. So just you can include this file, which is php include once the connection.php file. So just include this file, guys, right here. So we are including this file header.php. So this connection object, if you see inside the connection.php, we have this con object. So we are using this object right here to add this user. So now we will have a if condition, guys, to check that if the user is successfully added or not. So we will compare this variable. If it is not added, then we will echo out that something went wrong, and then we will just concatenate the error which taken place passing the connection object. So that's it, guys. Else we can simply say that the user has successfully been added, or we can redirect the user basically to a location. We can redirect the user to login.php. So this is the code required to redirect the user, guys. So we are providing a header. You are using the header method location. We are providing login.php. So if I try to execute this code, guys, try to go to register.php and try to enter a username here. Let's suppose Geeky Gautam. Enter an email address here, geekygautam1987 @gmail.com, and enter the password. Click on register. So you will see something went wrong. Unknown column, email and field list. Let me see. If you check the structure of your thing, it is called as email. So what is the problem here? Let me see. In register.php, unknown column, dollar post. Let me just paste it, guys, and once again run this. So uh, right here, let me paste it. This code. So if you just refresh it, guys, once again now, enter the username, enter the email address, enter the password. Click on register. Something went wrong. Unknown column, email and field list. What is the problem? Insert into users, username, email. Name, email, password. So 11 people are watching the stream, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So enter the email address. क्या है? Username, email, password. This is ID incremented. So if you're watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So only 3 likes are there, guys. Please hit that like button. Also, I'm just requesting you guys, just increase this like number to 10 likes if you want to. So also subscribe the channel as well. Uh, why I think it is creating this problem. Let me echo out the email address. So if I echo out the email address, guys, so what will the case? The email address is getting insert into users, uh, email, password, username, email, password. I don't know, guys, why this error is taking place. So if you refresh it now, enter the password here. Again, this something went wrong. Why something went wrong? Unknown column, email in field list. So again, refresh it, guys. So put the email address here. I think it is saying that your username, email address. We can try to edit this so we can change it. Let me change it to email. Click on save. Again, let me refresh it. Hopefully this time it will work. I think sometimes you need to clear out the cache as well. So empty cache and hard reload. And this time hopefully it will work. Just empty cache and hard reload. Empty cache. बिल्कुल बर्बाद. So what we can do is that, guys, we can hard code the values inside this. I don't know why it is creating this problem. Just click on insert and basically insert a username here and enter a email address. Or what we can do is that, guys, basically what we can do, go to the structure here. You can drop this field. Just delete this field here because it is creating this problem. So we have three fields out there. So inside this register, we don't have to have adding this email address. So simply delete this. So we are not getting this email field. So we are just inserting the name and the password. Name is equal to username. And if you now try to refresh, so enter the username and enter the password. So you can see it is redirecting me to login.php, and if I check here, basically one entry should have been added. Name, password. Insert into users, username, password. The values are this one. Any questions, guys, you need to ask here or in the live chat, you can ask it in the comment section. So why it is not inserting it? Let me see, guys. So this is the code here. So if you see, basically, in single quotes, let me see. And if you check the connection, guys, oh, this is the problem, guys. If you see, we have put the wrong database name. That was the problem. So login system we have put here. So this needs to be session system. So that was the problem, guys. So why it was so hard work to find out that error. So if you again go to localhost, login system P, localhost. So enter the username and now the password. Click on register and hopefully this time you will now see that username password is successfully inserted. And I think we can now include the email address as well. So simply Control Z. So we can add this field here. Basically go to the structure and right here we need to add a new one field here after username. Click go. So this will be email address and it will be again varchar, and simply you need to add this field. Click on save. So now, okay, varchar is 256. So now you will see, basically I will delete this field here. And now once again we will create a new entry, sign up, username, and now we will enter the email address, password. So now you can see that it is successfully inserting the data. You will now see. So now we have insertion is taking place, guys. We are successfully able to insert data. So it is redirecting us to login.php. And now we need to store this data inside a session, guys, which is this data. So we will now try to write also our profile page. So just create a dashboard.php page, guys. This is the profile page. After the user is login successfully, this will be redirected to this page, dashboard.php. So inside dashboard.php, guys, first of all, we need to write the login.php. This file is currently empty. So we also need to basically check whenever the user is successfully inserted. Instead of redirecting it to login.php, you can directly insert them to dashboard.php. So now we need to create this profile page, guys. This will be the profile page of the user. So right here, basically inside this is a code required for this file. So simply I will copy this and paste it here, and just write step by step. So inside the table, we will be printing out all this information. So first of all, we will say in PHP, we will say session.start. We will start the session underscore start, like this. So we will use this method, guys, and also we will include the uh, header.php file as well. So include once header.php, and right here, guys, we will again have the PHP tag here. So inside this, guys, we will first of all check that if is set, and we will say that dollar underscore session ID. If the ID is not set, in that case, guys, we will basically redirect the user to login page. So basically it means that if the primary key is not set, if the user is not set, in that case, if the session is not set, in that case we will redirect the user back to the home page. So we now need to have some HTML also, guys, right here inside this. So we will simply say a div tag will be there, which will have a bootstrap class of container call 12 border rounded empty 3. So close this div tag. These are all bootstrap classes. Inside h1, guys, we will simply say welcome, this is your dashboard. This is your dashboard. So we will be attaching some of bootstrap classes, guys, which is empty3 text center. Then we will have a simple h horizontal line, and then inside h4 tag we will simply display the we will echo out from PHP, which is echo from the session the name. We will echo out the name of the user, like this. We will close out the PHP tags. That's it. So if you try to refresh the application, guys, so what will happen now, if you create a new user, if you go to register.php, and if you enter a username here, enter the email address, enter the password. So it will again redirect to the login page. Let me see. Inside register.php, we are redirecting it to dashboard.php. Simply save this. So auto save is on. So just clear out the cache, guys. It can sometimes be a problem. So inside register.php guys, we are, if you see register.php, we are redirecting the user to dashboard.php. So why it is not? I think guys, this is all. Let's change to login. Please hit the like button guys, subscribe to channel as well if you're watching it for the very first time. So first of all, we will write the login.php file guys. So inside login.php file guys, we will simply have a simple form here, basically in order to log into the user, which is email ID and password. So in order to include the styling, we will include the PHP file right here at the top, which is include once header.php. So this will be your login form where we can sign in with your email address and password. So now we will write the PHP code guys. First of all, here inside the file we will start the session. So session underscore start. So here inside this guys, we will first of all compare the, again use the isSet method. So in this time we will pass the session variable, which is session underscore ID. If it is not set, then we will once again uh, uh, let me write it, the login page, sorry. For the login guys, it's very simple. Basically, we need to start the session at the very top, and right here we need to check for is set, and we need to check if the submit button is clicked. So we have given a name attribute to it of sign in. So if it is clicked, that after this we will get the email address like this $post email. We will also get the password $post password. After getting all these two things guys, we will simply execute a simple query here, which will be called as select. We will select everything from this table of users, and we will make a condition here where email address is equal to the past email address. So in single quotes we will write email, and we will put a condition and password will be equal to password. So put a semicolon. So we have written a simple SQL query guys. So we will put a the user, we will get the user, we will execute this query MySQL query, pass the connection object and also the query as well. Here we will check in the if condition guys. If the user is empty, then in that case we will simply say to the user that your credentials are wrong, you are invalid user. That's it. If the credentials are right guys, so we will simply use the while loop, and basically we will show inside the table, we will fetch the result in a associative array, MySQL fetch array, and where we will pass the user object, and inside this we will get the user ID. User ID is equal to row ID, and we will also get the username like this. Username is equal to row username. We will also get the user email, which is equal to row email address. These are all the column names, and also we will get the user password, which will be equal to user password. So after getting all these four things guys, we will simply first of all compare it in if condition here. If the user email address is equal to the email address which is found, and also the password, if the user password is also equal to the past password, then in this case we can simply set our session variables. So we will say set the session variables, we will set the ID to the user ID which we have got, and also we will set the username to the this one user underscore name, and also we will set the email address session. So in this way guys, you can set the session variables. This is very easy, and we can even set our password. So password will be equal to user password. So password need not have to be set guys, so we can don't need to set password, and here we can redirect the user to the location which is called as dashboard.php, and question mark you will say user ID is equal to user underscore ID is equal to dot user ID, put a semicolon, that's it. So here we are passing a simple query parameter here with user underscore ID in the address bar guys. Whenever we are redirecting the user dashboard.php, question mark user ID is equal to the past user ID, that's it. In the else scenario, if basically if it is not equal to, then we can simply again redirect the user to the login page, login.php. That's it. This is a PHP script guys for the login page. That's it. So if I execute this application now, go to login.php. If I try to enter a wrong credentials here and wrong password, again it will redirect me to login page. If I enter here correct credentials, let me enter a email address here which is correct, which is present inside this table, and also enter a password, this one. Click sign in, you will see welcome, this is your dashboard. So this is your dashboard page guys. You will now see in the address bar this user ID is passed to it, which is the 2 user ID, which is correct because this user ID is 2. So we are printing this data inside this table like structure guys. You will see this is the username, and also guys we need to have a logout button also, which will allow the user to simply log out from the page. So we will be simply be having we will have a logout button guys, which will actually make the user log out. So go to your dashboard.php page guys. So wherever we are doing this stuff here, we will also have a logout button. Basically this will allow the user to simply log out from the page. So right here inside your blog post guys, you will simply paste this code here. So right here you need to simply after this we will have a simple table here. We will display this information inside a table, bootstrap table. So we will be giving a class to it, table striped, table bordered, table, all these are bootstrap classes, table hover. So this is a table guys. So basically we will have 3 columns inside this table. So inside this table we will have 3 columns out there. So table row, so 3 columns will be the actual user ID, username and email address, and inside table body we will have the table body tag. So basically we will be printing out the information. So the first one will be equal to echo. We will be getting through the session variables which is set already. This will be user ID. So like this. So simply now we will be copy pasting it for the username and email address. This will be username or simply name. This will be for email. That's it. So if you refresh it, guys, if you go to the page here, you will now see this is ID, this is username, this is email address. Then we will also have a simple logout button, basically to log out from the page. So after this table, this will be a simple post request, guys. This will be gone to the same page. This is a button here. We have given this Bootstrap styling to it. Sign out button will be there. If you click this button, you will be able to redirect to the login page. So we need to write this code, guys, which is very easy. We need to destroy the session. We need to delete the data which is present inside the session. So right here, we will write this PHP code. So this will destroy session. So in order to destroy a session, guys, it's very easy. Basically, we will first of all check that if the login button is pressed using this method, if is set $post sign out. So here, if the sign out button is pressed, guys, we will simply call this method, which is session destroy. So it will destroy all the data which is present, and then we will redirect the user back to the login page, index.php. So now if you refresh it, guys, click the sign out button, you will be redirected to back to. If you sign up a new user, you can sign up the user. Let me enter a username, email address. Uh, Let me enter a password. Click on register. So you are successfully registered, and now if you enter the credentials correctly, click on sign in. So you can now see welcome, this is your dashboard. This is the username, email address, and a sign out button like this. So this is a complete system, guys, we have developed using PHP sessions, which is very much good in order to store information in between pages. So you can now see. So if you like this video, guys, then please hit that like button, subscribe the channel. You can see only 5 likes are there. So increase these like number to 10 likes. Also hit the subscribe button as well. All this information is stored inside this PHP MySQL database, guys, you will now see. So there is one little vulnerability of this application. We are not storing passwords. We are not encrypting these parts, so it is just stored in as plain text. But I just wanted to show the concept of PHP sessions. You can just use any encrypt function to encrypt these passwords. You can sign up a new user like this. All the source code, guys, is given in the description of this blog post. I have given in the live chat as well the full source code. You can click this and go to the full source code. Please hit that like button also if you're watching it for the very first time. Alone status is asking, can we still access the dashboard page by simply writing in the address bar? I think no, because we are setting the session variables. Let me show you. Let me do this. If you're trying to do this, you are telling me that if I directly write, if I go to the home page, So if you copy this URL and if you sign out and directly enter this, no, it will redirect back to the login page because session data is destroyed after you click that button of sign out. So if you try to directly enter that URL, you will not be able to access that page. For that, you need to enter the email address and password. So that is completely secure. So you can't access that page. But still, it is not a good practice showing the user ID, which is this one, user ID. So that is not a good practice. So we need to fix that also. If you are building a secure login system, you need to hide this value as well. So simply the user must see dashboard.php. This is just a very basic system. It's not a recommended one that you want build in production level. It's just a basic session based system which we have developed. Please hit that like button, guys. Why are you not liking the streams? Only 5 likes are there. It is not great by any sort of imagination. I am putting the hard work. You're not hitting that like button. So please hit that like button. Subscribe the channel as well. Subscriber goal, if I show you, basically it is set to again. It's very low, 169. So try to reach up to 200 subscriber goals as soon as possible. So also hit that like button as well if you're watching it for the very first time. If I see this, go to the filter here and see the properties here, Microsoft Realtek. Only 7 likes are there, guys. Increase it to 10 likes if you can. Live watching is why it's low. So which content you like, guys, in this channel? JavaScript or PHP? So I've started a poll, guys. Basically, you can tell me in the just this live poll which videos you want to see, because this YouTube live watching is pretty low whenever I make videos in the last 2 3 live streams. So please tell me in this live stream whichever videos you want to see. Either Monstack, Meanstack, Node.js Express, and PHP or MySQL.